It is ultimately important for you to look at your goals, truly what you want to do in your life, and then look at the people who you spend the most time with in your life and figure out if that lines up.
All right, what's happening, guys? It is Tuesday, February 12th, 2020, which means you guys only got 323 days left this year to make 2020 the very, very best year of your life. And today we're going to talk a little bit about how to do that, about some of the things that I see people just kind of not necessarily doing the right way, and I want to help you guys gain some perspective on this topic. And the topic today is stop hoping and take action. You know, I see so many people out there that just rely on hope, or they say, "Man, I'm trying," or I'm really pushing, or but a lot of what they do is just rooted in hope. It's not rooted in what they're actually doing every day. And so I want to talk a little bit about that this morning. So good morning, Adam, Trisha, Dayton, Ryan, Andrew, Dave. What's happening, guys? Thank you for jumping on here this morning. So stop hoping and take action. I want you to take a couple of minutes today and actually think about what you really, truly want in your life. And when I say this stuff, I think that, society today thinks so much about the material things, whether that be, houses, cars, savings account, whatever it is. I'm talking about what you really, truly want in your life. If that's relationships, if that's, if you could imagine your life down the road 2 years from now, what does it really look like to be fulfilled? And some of that stuff is probably going to be material stuff, but some of it's not. Some of it's relationships. Some of it may be, if you're single and you want to get married, or you're in a relationship and that relationship isn't fulfilling you, and you want something different. You want to feel different. It's about that list of really what you want your life to look like. And I don't think enough people really take the time to get that list clear and down in their life. And so that's where the things kind of go off the rails, and they're just kind of hoping and praying and all over the place as to what they do. And there's a couple different reasons that I think that happens as to why the list doesn't get clear. We're going to talk a little bit about that this morning. What's happening, Judd, Chris, Mark, Samantha? Good morning, guys. So once you write that list down and you actually spend some quiet time thinking about what you want in your life, I want you to truly think about whether or not you think that today you are actually doing the things personally to get closer to achieving that list every day. And I say you personally for a reason, because, we all have a societal structure here that puts us around other people, right? And if you are not personally doing those things, but maybe you're part of a team that is successful, then your subconscious mind is going to know if you are doing those things personally or not. And if you are not personally doing the things every single day to create that life that you want, to create those things that are on that list, if you're just surrounded by people who are doing them, then you are not controlling having those things in your life. Your subconscious mind will know that, your subconscious will know that there's a high likelihood of those things being taken away from you, even if you do get them, even if you do achieve them. And this will cause massive uncertainty in your life. It'll cause a lot of mental confusion, and you will not feel settled or fulfilled unless it is you that are doing these things. And here's what I'm going to tell you. A lot of people will say, you can't have everything that you want. I'm going to tell you that that is probably, that's probably not true, because I think you can have anything that you want. You just got to be willing to work for it, and you got to be willing to live long enough to actually achieve it from today to wherever you're going. And I'm here to tell you that if you don't ever achieve those things in your life that you truly desire, and I'm not talking about just material things, I don't believe that you will ever truly be happy, like truly fulfilled, like where you will feel like, man, I can't believe that I have this life that I have. I feel like that in a lot of ways, not 100%, but in a lot of ways, I feel like there's a lot of things that I wanted in my life, my whole existence. And I have worked towards that list to the point that I am surrounded by a lot of those things. I'm not even close to where I really want to be, but I feel pretty fulfilled in a lot of the things that I have, in the friendships that I have. The home that I live in was once on the list of things that I wanted. Just the children that I have, the family life that I have. But in reality, if you don't have those things, and there was a point, I know this because I told myself this same exact story. There was a point in my life where I did not, I was divorced, and I didn't think that I was going to get married again. I didn't think that that was a possibility for me. And I just didn't think it was going to be in the cards. Maybe other people put that in my mind. I don't know. But I started to tell myself that it would be okay regardless. And the reality is, since I was a little boy, I always wanted to have children. I always wanted to be a dad. I always imagined those moments that I experience now every single day of my kids walking into my office, giving them hugs, spending time with them, telling them stories, teaching them things. I always wanted those things. But the reality is, I started talking myself out of that. And what I know to be true is that no matter how many times I told myself that, deep down, I always had that hope. I was always hoping that I would have it. And I believe the reality of me finding my wife, ending up getting married, and having the life that I have is that I stopped hoping that it would happen, and I started taking action towards becoming a better person, towards becoming a better version of myself that would actually attract the type of person that I needed and wanted in my life. And so that is true for you guys for every single aspect of your life. If you stop hoping and you start taking action towards becoming something better than you are today, those things will start to come into your life that you want. And it really starts with, what I wrote down is here. So how do you actually stop hoping and take action? Like, what does that look like? And I think it really starts with having a good relationship with yourself. And there was a point in my life where I was around people, that would allow me to lie to myself, that would allow me to live a life that was less than what I was capable of, what my potential was, and that was acceptable. And until I was transparent and honest with myself about what I was doing every single day and how the things that I was doing every single day did not align with what I truly wanted in my life, then until I was transparent with myself and honest with myself, I couldn't stop relying on hope, because hope was the only thing that I had that gave me comfort. But what happened when I was able to get comfortable with myself and forgive myself for not being the best version of myself, then I was able to start taking that massive action towards the things that I truly wanted. And my actions and my behavior started to better align with what I really wanted. And when that happened, everything started to change in my life. And I got clearer on the list of things that I wanted. And I stopped hoping, and I started every day just trying to get a little bit better at every single thing that I do. Not just my marriage, not just my business, not just my relationships, but every single thing that I do, I just try to get a little bit better every single day. And so that list of things that I wanted in my life along the way, it has changed a lot, because what I imagined was possible 5 years ago or 7 years ago or 2 years ago, and what I believe today, and what I believe I'm capable of juggling, and what I will take on as a result of the people that I'm surrounded by, that list has changed, because my ability to dream and hope has gotten way bigger as a result of the things that I have put into my life, the things that have been attracted to my life, that have converted into a life that I truly, I always knew that I would have a successful life. I really believed that all the time since I was a little boy. But I'll be honest, I never imagined, I wake up every single day, guys, and I feel so fulfilled. I don't have all the things that I want. Everything's not perfect in my life. There's lots of things that I would like to be different. But the reality is that I feel so fulfilled, and I take so much action every single day. And everybody around me, for the most part, takes a lot of action. And so those things convert into a life that you can look at and really feel fulfilled. And so a few simple keys to getting what you want in life, guys. If I look back at my journey to getting to this point, and again, I'm far from where I want to be, but far from where I was at one point. I think it starts with spending time every single day just thinking about how you're going to get what it is that you want. So the first step is choosing what you want, really taking a list and writing it down as to what you want your life to look like, and then taking time to think about that list, and are you actually taking the actions every day that it takes to make that happen? Are you spending time on things that don't matter? Are you spending time, watching television for 4 hours a night, or going out and having drinks with your buddies, when in all reality, that doesn't align with what you want? And so when it doesn't align with what you want, and you're just hoping that things come into your life, the universe is not going to gift you anything. But when you spend time every single day thinking about how you're going to get it, your actions will start to better align with that. And then you will start doing the things, taking massive action towards doing the things that it takes to get what you really want. The other thing I wrote down here is it starts with believing that you can and should have those things. And again, that starts with the relationship that you have with yourself. Because if you don't have a good relationship with yourself, if you're looking yourself in the mirror and not being raw and honest, then you will be able to lie to yourself. Your subconscious mind will start to believe that stuff. And it will start to take things out of your life. It will start to redirect you towards things that don't matter, and that will not produce the results that you want. At the end, you have to believe that you can and should have what you want, and then you have to take action every single day. It ends with producing results. Here's the harsh reality of the world, guys. Not everybody's going to tell you this all the time. I'm going to remind you time after time after time. Unfortunately, guys, nobody cares how hard we try. Everybody cares about the results that you get. That's it. And if you're not getting results, you can lie to yourself. You can maybe bullshit the people around you for a period of time. But at the end of the day, you will be judged and you will be measured based on what you actually do, the results that you actually get. And over the period of time in this life, everything will adjust itself to where it's supposed to be. You'll hear me say this a lot. Water finds its own level. At the end of the day, you don't have to worry about telling other people what they are or aren't doing, because at the end of the day, they will sort themselves out to the place that they belong. The universe does that to us, doesn't it? It puts us in the places that we belong to be, because that's how the world works. You don't get anything in this life that you don't deserve. That's how it goes. I'm not talking about, accidents or things happening to your family, people passing away. I'm not saying that any of us bring that stuff on. I'm saying simply, your life will end up at the end being exactly what it was intended to be, exactly what you made of it. And that starts with ending your hope and starting to take action. Starting to actually measure how much action you're taking. One of the things that I am super focused on in my life is, how do I spend more time every day, every week, every month, and in a year? How do I spend more time taking action? So instead of saying, I worked 10 hours today, how much of that 10 hours did I actually take action? Because it doesn't matter how many hours I spend at this desk. It matters how much stuff I get done, how much I take action in my life towards the things that I want. That's a hard thing to evaluate, because we all have bad days. I've had a couple days the last few days that just haven't felt that productive for me. So I have to focus on that so that I can correct the course, so I don't have to start hoping. I can just get back to taking action. And these things end up happening in my life. Squeeze all the juice out of the orange every single day. That's right, Trisha. That's the goal. And the more clear you get on these things, and the more that you tell yourself, stop hoping and take action, the better your life's going to get. And it's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen tomorrow. It's not going to happen next week. It could, but most likely it's going to take a long period of time of chaining together a bunch of days that you start winning. There's going to be losses mixed in there, but as long as you're winning more often than you're losing because you're taking action, your life's going to get better. Your life's going to feel more fulfilled. You're going to attract the right people into it. You're going to start to be surrounded by people that are cheering you on. You hear them in the background cheering you on nonstop. Go, go, go. Instead of hearing those people in the background saying, nah, man, come over here. Let's go have a drink. Don't work so hard, man. Just chill out. What do you need all that stuff for, man? Man, how much is enough? How much is enough for me? I don't know. I'll let you know when I get there. But I can tell you this, guys. The only time that I feel happy and fulfilled in my life is when I'm chasing something down. Is when I'm really, truly, I feel like I'm in pursuit of something bigger, of something better for me, for the people around me, for the mission that we're on, and for bringing more people to that mission. And you guys are all part of that. There's 23 people on here watching live right now. And, this is what it's all about, guys. Like, the people that don't do this stuff confuse me. The people that don't study themselves and try to do better for themselves, for their family, for the gifts they've been given from God. If they don't try to act on those gifts, then what is life really all about? It confuses me. So I just, instead of focusing on why other people don't do it, I just try to focus on me and try to put a message out there that might make other people realize that. And hopefully you guys are doing the same. I hope this was helpful for you guys this morning. It is a topic that really a lot of people need to hear, because there's a lot of people in our world that talk about hope, that talk about, what they're hoping for, and how, they have hope for the future. And I'm not saying you shouldn't have hope. It's certainly an important piece. But hope without action is never going to produce anything. And that's the truth. People will tell you, just stay positive. You can't just be positive, guys. You got to be positive, and you got to put in the damn work. If you don't put in the work, you will never, ever, ever get the things that you want in life, and you will never feel the way that you should every single day of your life. You should feel fulfilled. You should feel worth. You should feel worth it. You should feel worth anything that you decide you want in your life. You should feel worth it because, not because somehow you think you deserve it, because you're taking the actions necessary to deserve it. That's what it takes. So I hope you guys found this useful. If you did, please share it out so we can get some more people watching these messages, and we can slowly but surely get people to realize how much better their lives can be, and we can make the world a little bit better place every single day, right? Every day we can bring a few more people and a few more people and a few more people. Introduce people to the podcast. Send it to them in text. Send it to them in a DM. Share it on your Instagram, your Facebook, whatever it is. Link people to these messages, guys, because there's a lot of people out there. Number one, there's a lot of people out there that feel like they don't even have any hope, and they need to hear these messages. And once they get some hope, they need to be taught that it's not just hope, that it's about taking action. That's how your life gets better. So take some action today, guys. It's Wednesday. It's hump day. Let's get it. Let's make it a great day. You get one chance at February 12th, 2020. Don't waste it. Make sure that you make an impact today on the world around you. Say hello to people, shake hands, hug people, hold the door, do all the things that you're supposed to do and make the world a better place. I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you tomorrow morning right here on Morning Perspective.